So Willow, thank you for joining us. First things first, congratulations on your 600th appearance the other night. You must be delighted to reach that milestone.
Yeah, buzzing, yeah. Sort of didn't really realise where I was getting to, and then sort of over the last few years a few players have hit milestones and thought I'd better have a check and see where I'm at, and yeah, I was quite pleased to see when I was sort of reaching 600 games and realised that all being well I'd do it this season, and yeah, it's a great achievement, and I'm buzzing to have made it. I sort of felt it being against my old club and the way things were going here, I genuinely felt like it was going to be a great night for us on Tuesday, and I was going to have a good part to play in it, but unfortunately it didn't quite pan out that way.
As a youngster coming through the ranks at Hereford, did you ever dream of having such a long established career?
Yeah, always, yeah. I think realistically at that stage I was always dreaming of possibly going a bit higher as well, and sort of in the peak of that I've only had sort of 9 games in the Championship, and the majority of my career has been around that sort of League 1 level and League 2, so yeah, I'm still delighted with what I've managed to achieve so far, and yeah, I'm hoping a few more goals this season and I can hit a few milestones on that front as well.
When you were growing up, how did football originally become a passion for you?
I just think it's been in my blood really. I think I sort of started properly playing when I was about 5 maybe, and then yeah, I sort of always sort of played above myself to start with, just simply because there was no sort of early years football back then. I think sort of under 10 was the sort of first age you were allowed to play, so yeah, just had sort of 2 cousins next door I played with religiously every day, and I had a good group of friends sort of lived in a little village near me, and we were all sort of a similar age and loved playing football, so I think it was the same thing for most people that loved it. You know, school holidays, after school, whenever you could, you sort of out there, as long as the sun was shining and you could see where you were kicking the ball, you know, you played for as long as you could.
You've had some good highs in your career, including a couple of promotions. When you look back, does any particular season stand out?
Yeah, I think my first full season at Hereford was always a big one. Your hometown club helping get promoted into the Football League, that was a big one, and scoring in the playoff final then as well. That was probably the biggest moment of my career so far. But then even at Bristol Rovers, probably the worst 3-year spell I've had in my career, I still managed to be a part of the team that got to the quarter-final of the FA Cup, which is still a massive achievement for me in my career then as well. So yeah, along with the other promotion I had at Doncaster, there's some things I'm really proud of in there.
You've had 18 months here at Northampton. You've scored your fair share of goals. When you look back on your goals from your spell here, do any come to mind in particular?
Yeah, I've had, yeah, weirdly, I've probably not had as many tap-ins as I had at other places. I've had a few good ones here, and yeah, I think from last season there was one away at Stevenage that stood out, sort of a late winner, which you know, worked hard to get the chance and then took the goal well, which I was quite pleased with, and then yeah, a few nice ones this season, away at Oldham, which unfortunately thought was going to get us 3 points but didn't quite in the end, and took the gloss off that a little bit, but then another one, sort of a lob finish, I think it was at home to Crewe, which was nice because actually meant we got 3 points as well that day, so yeah, a few good goals which I've been pleased with, and then also a few important ones as well, which has been good.
We've known you well for some time now, and the supporters appreciate and understand what you can do. Have you enjoyed your time with the Cobblers, and just a word for the fans as well, who have always been behind you?
Yeah, delighted. I mean, I've been quite lucky throughout my career. Wherever I've been, I seem to have been quite well supported, and hope that they can see the effort and sort of commitment I put in on a regular basis. But yeah, I've been really flattered with what I've sort of had from the fans here, you know, and you sing your name and stuff. It's one of the proudest things you can get in football, you know. It's something you don't really think about when you're growing up. You just want to play football and score goals, but the sort of accolades that come with it, and you know, the cheering that comes from the crowd, you know, it means so much to have that backing from the side. And you know, I'm not a big person on social media. I don't go and sort of seek for praise and reassurance that way. But after a game, I'd always like to sort of take the time to appreciate the fans and clap for the ones that have stayed behind, especially after a defeat. Obviously, not too many stay behind. So, you know, you like to acknowledge the fact that you appreciate everyone's efforts, even on the days when you haven't quite succeeded in what you wanted to set out to do.
And we're well placed in the league now with 14 games to go. I suppose the aim now is to win as many games as possible and see where that takes us. Yeah,
definitely. I think we're looking sort of up the table as much as we can. You know, the last couple of results not going our way have possibly dented a little bit in terms of automatic, but you know, there's a long way to go yet, and anything can happen. We're a team that seems to go on good runs, and I think it's important we start another one now, and you know, if it can be a run that lasts to the end of the season, then anything's possible.